science, technology, and social impact, as well as its progress in the field of entrepreneurship, as Egypt ranked second in the Middle East and North Africa in terms of the number of investment deals in startups in 2021.
Well, to shed more light on this topic, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Mr. Abdel Rahman, writer and journalist. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you, and hello to the dear viewers.
Thank you, sir. Well, Mr. Abdel Rahman, what is the importance of the partnership taking place between the World Youth Forum and the Forbes Middle East for the 5th edition of the forum?
Well, I believe that this forum has started by a great decision by Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi to gather the youth of all the world, of all the nations, together to create a new horizon and a new common vision, to understand themselves, their potentials, their know-how, to build a new future and new careers for them all over the world. This can only happen by gathering the efforts together, communicating with each other, with different nations, and this is a great green sign from Egypt, land of peace, a land of opportunities, land of investments in the thoughts, investment in the mind. We build the mind of a new nation in Egypt. We're talking about, and Egypt is not isolated from the whole world, but communicating on the basis of common understanding and common thoughts and common hopes for a better world to live on and to have it for our generations to come.
Yes. Yes. So, Mr. Abdurrahman, a group of young people from the cadres of the Presidential Youth Leadership Program participated as speakers. So, how do you weigh the influence of the presence of the Presidential Leadership Program participants in the forum?
Well, let me tell you first that I'm so happy that the forum has come back to life again after the epidemic wave is ended, and Egypt again is opening arms all wide for the whole nations, from the whole world, for the youth, from each and every country, each and every friendly country to Egypt, to Misr. So here the blood again is running in the veins of the forum, which is a very important way of making the new measures, of taking decisions, especially with market measures and the new potentials of the new generation. Egypt was chosen for the summit, given that it's one of the most important markets in the region, and has many young talents in various sectors, such as sports, science, technology, and social impact, in addition to its progress in the field of in partnership in each and every way we can. Egypt also is ranked as second in the Middle East and North Africa in terms of the number of investment deals in startup of the last year, about the World Youth Forum. The World Youth Forum which is being held annually again, inshallah, as a global event that takes place in Sharm el-Sheikh, South Sinai, along with other places like Algona or whatsoever.
Yes.
Of course, under the supervision of Mr. President Abdel Fattah.
Yes. So, Mr. Abdurrahman, what is the role of the World Youth Forum in supporting entrepreneurship and the start-ups?
Well, it has a very significant role. We are talking about a new generation with a new horizons, a new way of thinking, not the traditional way. So we need to communicate with the new generations, with the new ways of thinking. I believe that the summit has opened wide the gates for all the thoughts to flow. And the young people from all over the world is now a part of a leadership, or have the opportunity to be a part of the leadership program, participated as speakers. This is to review the journey of success of the World Youth Forum in the previous 4 editions as a result of this success. This is a very important step to take right now. We are evoluting to a new level of success, and communicating between the youth of the whole world, reaching out for a common vision and a common way of understanding between the new generations all over the world.
Yes. So, Mr. Abdel, how do you view the significance of choosing El Guna to host the Forbes first edition?
Of course, it's innovation and creativity, support for common visions and innovating the youth, as well as the local international simulation models held by the youth people on the sidelines of the World Youth Forum. In its various versions, in addition to a claim for the World Youth Forum and its adoption by the United Nations, which is a very important step here, as an improved international platform to talk about youth issues all over the world.
Yes, Mr. Abdel, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi always gives priority and gives very good care and attention to the youth in Egypt, and also the state is paying attention to the youth, who are 60% of the Egyptian population. How do you see this?
Well, I believe that the youth and the new generation in the very, very eyes of attention of the leadership by Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The most important step here is how to create a leading generation on a vision of an Egyptian identity, how to rule this country with an Egyptian identity. Let me say a Misrian identity, on how to belong to our roots, our long-term roots, our long history roots that belong for thousands and thousands of years. We're talking 30 or 40,000 of years. How to recreate our basis of our civilization away from any influences by West or East ideas. We're talking about the modern understanding, the modern way of leadership.
Yes.
This can only happen by preparing the new generation to lead and to take the new steps to come, and
yes,
to really worth the leadership of this country, inshallah.
Yes, Mr. Abdel, we have recently seen an example of the participation of the Egyptian youth in the COP27. They were volunteering and in the organizing and during the conference of the COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh. And actually they were awarded by the UN. And so how do you see the participation of the youth in this forum?
A living proof that the presidential program for preparing the new leadership generation is a success, and a huge success. We have gained the reward of the highest and supreme international association on earth, which is the UN. when our youth gain such a reward, Egypt, all of the Egyptians are rewarded. The whole generation is rewarded.
Yes.
The new way of thinking that the leadership is taking the lead in communicating and building the new generation. We are building a true, strong, and well-qualified generation.
Yes.
Without this, we can never have a future. And that's why Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the whole leadership, is taking the lead of building the new generation that is proving its success time after time, step after step.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Amr Abdurrahman, writer and journalist. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.